Welcome back to the Stadium of Light. We're happy to report there's another win for Sunderland against Manchester United under-21s in the Papa John's Trophy. Danny, it was, in the end, a good display from Sunderland.
I think it was, yeah. We just mentioned there, I think individually, some good performances. You know, when Lee Johnson's down there on the touchline in the technical area, close eye on the boys, and no credit to him. I thought they approached the game well, set up well, and got amongst United, really. I thought they come up here maybe thinking they could just play it at a relaxed pace, you know, trying to play out from the back, but we stopped that, got after them and forced them into a lot of mistakes, and credit to the boys. I think we deserved the win.
Yeah, and a very inexperienced, the first team from Sunderland. Lots of debuts out there.
Yeah.
The young lads did Lee Johnson proud.
Yeah, I think so. You can argue they're coming up against lads of the same age, but they're at Manchester United now, a Premier League club as it stands currently. And we didn't really have that experience out there. You know, you're looking at Denver Hume, as you say, our most experienced lad out there. Denver's only 23, I think, himself. So not too many experienced heads out there to see the younger lads through, but they got on with the task ahead. And no credit to them. I thought they were excellent.
Let's get into the highlights then, all the action. And Danny, you can talk us through it.
Yeah, early on, wasn't it? It was this one from our free kick high up, and we're getting a little bit of a mess. You know, United breaking forward with numbers. I think it's Hugo there, rounds Carney. Should be putting it away, I feel. And then they have a second bite of the cherry. Slip on that far side, and we managed to scramble it clear. And then after there, I thought we took control of the game, to be honest. We had a lot of play in their half. You see this one here, Richardson's up there high, and that hooks it over his shoulder. Keeper's well beat, and unfortunately it comes back off that post. I think this one is that deep corner, isn't it? Not great marking from United, and but they do manage to clear it. Same again, it comes out to this left-hand side. It's a good ball in from Denver Hume, and I think it's Harris just coming away from goal a yard or two, so he's disappointed, but always difficult those ones when you having to stretch and come away from goal and try and direct it on target.
And Harris had to, play against Paul McShane this evening. It's a good test for him.
Good test for him, yeah. Brings him on. Coming up against the seasoned pro. Where McShane puts himself about, and he'll have enjoyed it, I think, as well. Harris, that combative side of his game tonight, and I thought he'd done well as well. He was. His hold-up play was quite good at times. I felt we just needed to get a little bit more support around him. See Denver there reading that situation well. Takes a touch or two out of his feet and gets the shot away. This one was unlucky.
I didn't think that was out.
No, I've seen it. We've seen it 3 or 4 times now, and you're still from this angle. I know the linesman's looking down it, but it doesn't look like it's anywhere near out of play, does it? And then just towards the end of the first half, United did have a little bit of a spell, didn't they? I think that one there, good block from Denver, gets the block in, and it's up over the crossbar. And then again, we come see Wern there, shows good feet, doesn't he? Unfortunately, it's just in favour of the keeper, and he manages to get the block in. And again, this was our only, for me, a little bit of a concern where at times on the switch we were just a little bit narrow. We didn't need to be narrow. There was another man there to be looking after, so you don't need to be doing somebody else's job, really. And that creates the problems there, and it comes from that they have 2 or 3 goes at it, United. And on the third one there, it's into the side netting. I think Dice here now driving there. He's looking for the man outside him. You see Kenton Richardson comes up in his picture just there, maybe could have rolled it into Harris's feet. He was looking for it, and then once we have to slow it down, United get the bodies back in, and then Richardson can't quite wrap his foot around it, and it's over the top of the crossbar.
It's the final opportunity of the first half, I think. Yes, it is. Harris is trying to,
just as it comes to him, flick it over McShane, and then just runs through to the goalkeeper.
Into the second half then, 0-0, but we didn't have to wait long for some goals or opportunities, did we?
No, we didn't know. See, they're stepping in well, and Wern in the pocket there, just doesn't quite catch it as he'd have liked. He just drags it past the near post. And here's the goal now, and here's that press we're on about. We go up the high there, out to that far side. Not sure, is it Hugo that plays it back there, blind to his goalkeeper. Comes to Harris, strikes it quite well. Keeper parries it, and there he is, Dice there, drops to him on his left foot and just smashes it into the roof of the net. And I think we deserve that. Over the course of where the game was at that stage. Getting another look at it there. Their fullback's obviously high.
The more you look at that, the harder that looks to put in, because he's actually, he's not balanced there, is he?
He's off balance, yeah. And if it hits it low, I think the keeper, I think he's getting the save in. So yeah, he does have to put a little bit of loft on it, and into the roof of the net, and it's a good finish.
Yeah, Ollie Younger was solid at the back once again, and proven once again on a few occasions.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, just getting his body in the right place. Sometimes I think coaches and people can see don't drop in, keep high. But I think as a defender, it's your natural reaction to drop in and try and help your goalkeeper out, and then obviously gets the blocking. But a couple of minutes later, Iqbal there just fires that. We look back at the corner again. We go back to breaking down goals, don't we? And could we have got out a little bit quicker to him? But you've got to give him credit. He fires a great strike into that top corner. And this one here, Denver Hume, he just rolls his man. He has a little tug at him a couple of times. I think you could argue Denver does perhaps go down a little bit easy, but he's got his hands all over his back. And I think you said there, anywhere else on the pitch, if it's not around the box, he probably, halfway line gives a free kick.
Should have done better there, do you think, than number
yeah,
56,
he
Charlie
done,
McNeil?
Just between Almond and Carney, they sort of left it for each other. He comes, Carney, then he goes back. He's on penalty spot, and I think McNeil's got the opportunity to lob it up and over him. And then here's the winning goal now. So Ellis Taylor just stands a nice ball up there. Stephen Wern does well, just gets himself a little bit of space, doesn't run onto their back line, just holds it back, and then comes onto it with a header. Nice little header, plants it into the bottom corner. See it again now, look at him there, just holds his ground, doesn't run onto the defender.
Wern showed calmness and skills tonight, which remind me of Dan Neil in his absence a little bit.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. Just for a young lad, I know what you're saying in terms of having a little bit of awareness of what's going on around him and composure, really. Slightly different in the way he plays. He's more energetic than Dan higher up the pitch, I would say, where Dan's calmer and sees things in front of him.
Good save from Carney.
Yeah, that was the one I was talking about. That was the only real save he was forced into, other than the goal, obviously, which he had no chance with. And then this one comes in. I think Ellis Taylor, isn't it, just gets above his man. Difficult one, almost comes off his shoulder. But no, I think overall over the course of the 90 minutes, a lot of positives to take from that. As I said, individually and collectively, as a team and as a unit, and from lads at the back through the middle of the park to the boys up top. Some positive performances, and say Lee Johnson, I'm sure, is in there now, having a few words with him, and he's delighted with that display. Yes,
okay then, let's have a look at your thoughts now, using the hashtag AskDanny. Let's have a look at the first one this evening, if we can. This one's from Luke, who says, do you think Hume could challenge a first-team spot despite solid performances so far with Sirkin playing so well? There's certainly competition at left-back at the moment.
Well, there is, yeah. He's trying to get up.
Huggins as well.
Huggins as well came in, didn't he? Done a great job a couple of games ago, and then obviously Sirkin's had his injury. Played at Portsmouth, but he got injured, didn't he? So competition for places, we keep saying it now, the strength and depth in the squad. Denver's obviously still playing catch-up with missing a lot of pre-season, but tonight he's got 70 minutes in the legs, got the 90 down at Lincoln. But yeah, he'll come into it now. He knows that he's got to force the manager's hand. The shirt at the minute is with Sirkin and Huggins. He's predominantly a right back, but he can play at left back, as we've seen. So Denver's just got to bide his time, just got to keep trying to put in performances, whether it's in the Papa John's or 23s games or even out on training. In the training pitches where the manager gets to see the most out of the boys Monday to Friday. Yes, I know you're not training in all those days, but that's where managers see a lot of the boys and their attitude, and he's got to keep plugging away Denver, showing the right attitude and showing the manager that he's ready when he's called upon.
Okay, then let's move on to your next one, please. This one is from Chloe. Based on today's game, if Johnson wanted to call one of the youngsters to play with the first team on Saturday, who do you think he would pick and why?
Well, it's a difficult one to answer in terms of what position as well, really. If somebody gets injured in defensive unit, then obviously you're looking at Ollie Younger for me as a centre half. I think tonight he was excellent. He was good down at Lincoln as well. So he's doing himself no harms in the performances he's putting in as well. Through the pitch. You're looking at Ellis Taylor. He's in and around the first team at the minute. We've seen him on the bench in pre-season. He featured quite heavily. So a lot. There's one or two in there, isn't there? Stephen Wern tonight. Looking at him there, where would he play? Perhaps in the 10. Now he's got to be competing with Elliot Embleton. He's got Pritchard to be. So it's difficult for these lads. But what we've just said there, they've got to go out there tonight, as they have done, and put in a performance. He's got the goal. He's been bright. He's been busy. He's been at a lot of everything we've done well going forward tonight. So he's not done himself any harm either. So I think for Lee Johnson, he's got to look at it and think, where are the next lads coming through? Your Dan Neils, obviously Jack Diamond's gone on loan, but you've got one or two. Elliot Embleton. These boys have shown that coming up through the academy to show these boys that when they are getting the opportunity, that they've got to step up, and they've got to show the manager that they're ready if he needs them to come into the first team.
Thanks, Danny. Let's move on to your next one then, please. And this one is from Adam. What's your favourite pizza from Papa John's, Danny?
I've not had too many from Papa John's.
We had one at the final.
We did, actually, yeah. We got served up in the final, yeah. I'm more of a chicken and bacon man myself.
Chicken and
don't
bacon.
mind a few peppers on there, stuffed crust.
Yeah.
Chicken wings as well for me, barbecue chicken wings as well. That's what I go for. Yourself? You're a veggie man, aren't you?
Yeah, veggie.
Yeah.
Moving on. Next one then, please. Who's this one from? Harvey, who says, what aspects of football do you get most excited about and why?
General
question there from Harvey.
Good question, yeah. Just like watching good football, obviously ourselves and that, but when I'm at home as well, I like watching football. Man City are the team for me to watch at this moment in time, just the way they play game, and they suffocate teams. The defenders, the wing backs Kyle Walker, whoever's playing on the other side, they're getting high and wide, and that's what you want to see, whether you're at the Stadium of Light. And I think this season, everybody can see a change in the way we've played compared to last season, and that becomes with the personnel you've got available as well. But yeah, you want to see nice, attractive passing football. Certainly, there's different ways, obviously, to win a game. But more often than not, I think this season you're seeing the benefits of us in the personnel we've got suited to play in a more of a tempo than what we've seen last season. We've got energy throughout the team, I feel. Fullbacks who can get forward and support. Whether it's Dan Neil in there who can pick a pass and wrap it through the lines. And then Ross Stewart up top. And, I'm not keep going over the debate between him and Charlie, the different types of strikers, but Ross is a little bit more mobile than Charlie, who plays on the shoulder a little bit more, and that gives the option to the boys in behind for those little balls threaded in behind. So the type of football you want to see, I'm sure, you want to see attractive, winning football.
Okay then, thanks, Danny. We have one more, I believe, from Laughs at Everything. Younger is always in the right spot, isn't he?
He certainly was again tonight. A lot of the times, yeah. Then balls coming in as a centre half. You're trying to read the situations. You can't always be in the right spot. Sometimes you've got your man, you get drawn to him, and then the ball drops over your head now and then. But as he's saying there, every time tonight and every occasion, he was throwing his body in the way. He was getting in around the goalkeeper, as we've seen the one in the second half. I think might have been nailing in that, and just dropping in that far corner. But he's back there alongside Kearney, getting his body in the way. You see, seeing a couple of clips there, just being in the right spot at the right time is a good thing for a centre half. It's reading the situation. You're seeing it again here. Balls coming. This is the one I was talking about now. Just gets a yard on Denver.
Good positioning.
He's got Ammon coming in behind him as well. But I think he gets a pat on his back from his goalkeeper, and he puts his head in. Ollie Young. You see here now. Just sometimes you've got to do the ugly side of the game. You see centre halves. A lot of centre halves now, they want to play out from the back. But he looks to me like he's happy to do this side of the game as well. Ball's coming in. See him again there. He's in alongside the goal. Yes, Carney might have had that one covered, but he's getting in there in the right spot at the right time. In terms of him now, it's difficult for him because last year he did get a taster of it in and around the first team, a couple of appearances. And we haven't seen him so far this season. Alves has come in. You've got Bailey Wright's in there. Doyle's come in, who's been excellent. Tom Flanagan's been good this year, so it's difficult for him now to force his way into the first team. But as we've seen last year also, in the space of a couple of weeks, we had 2 or 3 injuries. Willis got injured, didn't he? 1 or 2 others. Bailey Wright got injured, and we were short in numbers. Luke O'Nien having to play back there with Sanderson. So he's just got to bide his time. I'm sure he's frustrated because he's at the age now, I think he's 23, maybe Ollie Younger, same age as Alves.
Yep.
So, with him coming in from West Ham, he'll be expecting more game time. But he's having to bide his time. So it's almost a waiting game in the queue, really. But all he can do, as I said with the other lads, is keep on training as best as he can, right attitude on the training pitch, and in games when he's getting the game time, as he's shown tonight. Okay, Danny, thanks for your company this evening. As ever, we'll be back up in this studio here at the Stadium of Light for Sunderland's game away at Priestfield Stadium against Gillingham on Saturday. 3 p.m. kickoff means a 2:30 start for us here on SFC Live. You can go and purchase your match streaming passes at sfc.com. Keep an eye out on the club's official social media channels for some reaction from tonight's game. But until next time, from us all here at SFC Live, we'll see you soon.